Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to another edition of the Toxic Happy Hour After Party. This is the secret party that currently consists of Poppy and I. It's one of those. This is where we're toxic towards scams that delay the adoption of global standards. Poppy, welcome back. We just had a great time. A lot of really awesome knowledge bombs you threw at us. So what are you drinking now?
Oh, not much to change, sticking with some beer. Got to keep it easy, If you hit the hard stuff too early, that's really going to mess with you.
If there's one thing I learned, it's that, honestly, that Kentucky apple juice, it's no good for me on a video because I kind of forget how much I'm having, and I pay the price. Like for 8 hours afterwards, 6, 7, 8 hours, I spend getting sober when I do the Kentucky apple juice. So I'm sticking with beer, and I am about to help myself to one of those. So what's going on? Sorry about all the technical difficulties which we both experienced.
It's on both ends. No, hey, listen, man, that's par for the course, isn't it? When you're trying to do a live stream from a pub, or you're trying to hook this shit up. What's funny is one of the last things Mark had talked about was the technology is this AI, this all the security, the cameras, everything looking out for you. The only answer to solve this is Bitcoin, and that's the irony of it all, isn't it? The only thing that solves technology is technology. You never have Bitcoin until you've got electricity, the internet, and then Bitcoin. They're like on a race to which one's going to win.
Right. Absolutely. This is we are watching a race on so many levels right now with Bitcoin, fiat currency collapse, energy consumption, everything. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where it was. Of course, my argument was deemed as nuanced, but when we're talking about the value of Bitcoin, to me, it's like, damn, it's a closed energy network. Okay, there's no lying to it. It's either it's created or destroyed. You lose your keys, you don't create new keys. So when it comes to money, to me, fuck. You put what, $100? You put $100 into your bank account. Guess what? They got permission now to lend out. I think $100 now. It used to be only like $90. It's all inflated. It's all inflated fake value in the world, and Bitcoin changes it. That's the brilliance of it. It is pure energy, man.
Absolutely. So what do you think? What is the learnings that you could take away from Mark Moss? The time that you were able to join, without the technical difficulties.
No, he's absolutely spot on when it comes to from a macroeconomic perspective. Just how much money is out there right now that people are waking up to is losing value. That is losing value and nowhere else to go. And this is 2020 is a year that people are waking up to it. Not only Michael Saylor, but every day is a new company that is putting money into Bitcoin just to protect their value. Just every day. Yeah.
Is there any news on the whole Singer deal? Whatever they call that gaming company, mobile app gaming company that has Farmville, that announced that they're planning to raise $750 million. Any news on that entering Bitcoin? And cheers.
Cheers, man. Oh, welcome to the show, baby.
Amen, brother.
No, not that one, but there was another company. Hey, our good friend David Bennett, none of your business. He just dropped an interview with Ali Tahini today, baby. It's awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did a podcast, and I think he also shared one. I got another company. I got to look it up because there's another one that just went. I don't want to say balls deep, but they went balls deep. And let's see here. Oh yeah, it's a good podcast if you get a second. Yeah. Hey Ali, if
Sure.
you're out there, yeah, thank you for the gift card, unlimited shawarmas, anytime you're in London, Ontario, at Tahini's. Thank you.
Don't worry, no one's here. It's you and I and Anjo, my buddy from eToro. Where, by the way, I am kind of killing it. I ran the numbers yesterday. I have more assets under management than all the other, popular investors combined.
That's right.
Um, and I can
Yeah.
only thank Bitcoin for that. The performance of a superior asset.
Oh,
It's nothing to it, man. It's easy. $2.2 million under management now on eToro US.
yeah. Did you drop the link into the chat room there?
I did enjoy
Yep.
drop the link into the chat room with our boys, but they are kindly ignoring us.
No, that's
So
fine.
I
I'm trying to
think
think.
I think
Go ahead.
Swan Signal has some lit
Yep.
streaming going on right now. So I think people are checking that out. Uh, so here we are. We've got 2 live viewers. I don't recall we ever had as little as 2 live viewers. Thanks both of you for
They're
being
hardcore.
here for the after party.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is where we started. For 2 years, we had our conversations on the phone talking Bitcoin and
Yeah.
educating each other, asking questions of each other, challenging each other, and that's what we just basically
Yeah.
push the go live button, and here we are. That's what we're doing. So you and I, puppy, yeah, let's take the opportunity.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what. Yeah. So I wish I had a little bit more time there to talk to Mark. There are other questions I had. Of course, he has his own podcast, or I guess his YouTube channel. But I'm curious of his thoughts because he had Raul Pal on just within 2 days ago now, and I was curious of what some of the thoughts were. But he didn't ask any questions about. Um, I think he phrased it like this: Raul, I see you're quite active on Twitter, which is quite the understatement because I,
Right.
I mean he has been hammered to death by Bitcoin Twitter with like the whole warming up to Ethereum thing.
Yeah.
So I wish he would have just asked one or two questions about his view on Ethereum because yeah, Raul does a great job in that interview talking about Bitcoin as the savior. Uh, I still don't see the value proposition of anything Ethereum does.
There is none, man. There is none, and
Yeah,
eventually they're gonna feel it on the price when people realize it. It's you know there's so many problems with Ethereum. It doesn't scale. It's not even been made in a version where they have a chance of scaling. Like they're
yeah,
talking about sharding and proof of stake or whatever, which is absolutely terrible because it's basically whoever has the most money have a say, decide which
yeah,
transactions get approved, which is terrible. You want a protocol, a consensus protocol like Bitcoin, where um, everyone has an equal vote and a financial incentive to not lie and say what goes in and what doesn't go in. So the scaling is one huge problem. I mean, even with this version that is not live yet, they will have an issue compared to Bitcoin. That's not even live yet. I mean, to say that Ethereum is in a beta is a joke. It's in alpha. And then another huge problem with Ethereum, you got me started on a rant now, is the unknown supply. Look, nothing has value
yeah,
unless it's scarce. The most, well, it doesn't have a monetary price attached to it. The most important commodity on the entire planet is oxygen, because without it we'll die. It has no price on it because it's limited. It's unlimited, and it's the same with the Ethereum supply, where right now no one can even run the numbers and find out how much Ethereum do we even have now. Like, there's different methods, there's estimations, so no one even know how much Ethereum there is now, and you can't
Yeah.
have value with their scarcity. And if you don't know what's out there and you can't verify scarcity, what a joke to even assign value to it. That was the second one. The third one is they keep saying, but we have smart contracts. Well, I mean, guess what? Bitcoin has smart contracts. All of these tokens, most of those are useless and just scams, but all of these tokens can be put on the liquid network from Blockstream that is integrated and into the Bitcoin blockchain, which means you have the hashing power and security of Bitcoin, which you don't have on Ethereum to the same extent. All of that can be put right in there with smart contracts and Bitcoin in a much safer way. Those are just three top of mind problems with Ethereum. The fact that it's worth more than $1 billion is, for me, mind-boggling. But then again, not snake oil has value for a period of time until it's called out, and that's what we're watching, in my opinion.
I can't believe you're so bullish on Ethereum, man. You're so bullish.
What? I said it shouldn't have any value whatsoever. You're funny.
So yeah, here's my question: are we talking about Ethereum or Ethereum 2.0? I don't even know. Yeah, how many releases do they get before they get it right? And what is the narrative? What is the narrative that changes to now? Do they compete with Bitcoin? Are they a store of value in a way?
No,
What?
never.
No. What? Anyone that you see that tries to promote Ethereum, what is their argument? What is their use case for it? Because I understand you and I agree there is no use case. I'm asking you, what is the use case that they are putting out there for it?
So to quote Raoul Pal, our buddy, from whom I am blocked, and I'm proud to question people that I believe decide to capitalize on scams. It makes you proud of the problem. Yeah, what?
Yeah.
What you got?
No, look, I want him on in a happy hour. I'd love to talk to everyone in a happy hour. I think it'd be good. Yeah.
Oh, you want to get him on?
Yeah.
Look, that was why I was nice to him in the first place. I wanted to get him on this show. Someone suggested it on Twitter. I didn't really ever was even thinking about it. Someone suggested it, and I told him on Twitter, let's do it. Come on the show, explain your point of the side.
And we're going to kiss and make nice. We're going to kiss and make nice and get Rayo on the show. Because he's got some interesting takes. Okay? Hey, look, we're an educational show.
Are we? Yeah, we are. So
when we have a guest, they're educational.
Yeah. Puppy the Ethereum bull. No, it's all right. No, listen, I would love to have Raoul Pal. Would I love? No, I'm totally open to have Raoul Pal on this show. That's why I engaged with him on Twitter. I was being super nice and just saying why I believe that Ethereum and these alternative projects, to be nice, I can't remember what I used. He disagreed with that. It was cool. I said, come on the show. And then him and his entourage started to get nasty. And honestly, I don't lose verbal battles or written or whatever. I usually fight neck and tooth or whatever it's called. So I called him out after someone had, someone had called me cunt And he tweeted as a reply to that, yeah, I'm nodding my head and laughing. I said, all right, listen, pal. And then I use words like pathetic scammer, and it's it kind of ended the conversation. Kind of ended there. So I can contact him if you want to get him on and can contact him because you're not blocked yet, because you are open to alternative blockchains, then please go ahead. I'm happy to make up and have him on. Definitely, I am.
Anders, if anyone has been listening to our show for more than a day, know that I love crypto. Crypto is my life. Blockchain is my life. And if I can offer up to the people an alternative view to Bitcoin like Ethereum, it's my duty to do so, because look, Ethereum is a crypto, and I love crypto.
Yeah. So I just want to save Puppy here and the people who are new to the show that are not aware of it. Puppy is being ironic. He does not love crypto or blockchain. There is only one blockchain. See, the thing is, for blockchain to work, and Bitcoin has a blockchain, it has the first ever blockchain. For a blockchain to work, it needs to have a token with value, because otherwise you cannot reward the miners. Okay, great. So Ethereum currently has value. Litecoin has some value. But as money is a winner takes all game, and that token really needs to be money, because that's what it is. Since money is a winner takes all game, those blockchains are doomed eventually, which means there is only one. By nature, there is a surviving blockchain, and that will be the Bitcoin surviving blockchain. Not a financial advice, just the advice.
So I got a question for you there. You said money is a winner take all game. Is that true? How is it a winner take all game when you have so many different currencies, so many different stores of values in the world?
I'm glad you're asking. Oh, yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'll, when you're ready, I can answer your question.
Well, yeah, I'm going to let you take some time to drink your ladies' beer. Okay, we heard that. Anyway, yeah.
Because I never have. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, thanks. I was about to totally kill myself here. But so, if you're saying, is it really a
winner takes
all game? Absolutely, yes, it is. And let me put up my case for why it is the case. So do we have different fiat currencies in different countries? Absolutely, yes, we have. First of all, it's not money, because money can store value. Look up money in the in the dictionary, and you'll see that money can store value. Fiat currency is not value. Yet, sure, it's different medium of exchanges and unit of accounts in different countries. My claim is, and always has been, I made a video on this more than 3 years ago, I think 3.5 years ago, summer of 17, that in different, or was it 18? Who cares? In different geographical areas, there will only be one money. So if you have a geographical area, there is a money which is winner takes all. So, for instance, as I argue, it's a 6-minute video, because that's the it's out there. In prison, cigarettes is money, because it is the best commodity in that geographical region to act as money. Is it as good as Bitcoin or as US dollars? No, of course it's not. But that's the best money commodity that they have in prison, and that's why, to understand.
No, I will acquiesce to you on this, because you're the only one. You're the only one here that's been to prison. So yes, if you say cigarettes are the currency of prison, I believe you.
Listen, I live in LA, so I have seen movies. Even before I came to LA, I saw movies. So I have heard that cigarettes are the money in prison. But so you have, by law and practicality and gunpoint, you have introduced different medium of exchanges, fiat currencies across the world in different regions. But if we look back at when money was a a natural selection, there was ever only one money in each geographical location in the world. Money is when it takes all. Like, there is one thing that you prefer to get the most when you want to take payments. You don't want to take a third ranking money. So if there's one money that is best, you'll say, that's what I accept. I don't accept anything else. Give me what is best and most valuable and reliable, and that's what I'm taking. That is part of the reasoning why money is a winner takes all game. And when we had gold for 3,000 years, I know Mark said, but you could all, you stole value also in real estate and businesses. But those investments, in my opinion, they're not money. Money is that one commodity that stole monetary value
Right.
and is a unit of account. Is a house a unit of account? No, it's not.
No.
You don't look at the supermarket bill and say that is 0.0002% of a beach house. So I mean, that being said, Mark dropped amazing knowledge. I'm just saying, what I'm less agreeing on, but gold was the winner take all for 3,000 years approximately, and silver was only there because gold was too valuable to have small value amounts. It's the only reason, and it had, well, today, look at the market cap. Silver has like 1% or 0.5% market cap of gold. It's not two money in play. It's there's a money and there's something smaller we have to use, because so money has always been a winner takes all game. And today I would say, until 2008, there was only one money. Gold was money, also in the United States. It wasn't being used as medium of exchange, but it's the only commodity that could store value on a monetary basis. So that,
Yeah, what's interesting to me is before you have any of these conversations with anyone, you got to make your definitions. So, for example, define money, define currency. Because to me, money and currency are two different things. Um, well, hell, a store of value is different. And money to me was always just a medium of exchange. I guess people can call it a currency. But at the end of the day, this is where Bitcoin is different. it, it's such a fixed supply. We've never seen this before. It's not a money. It's not it's not even currency. A currency is when you can lie and tell people, "Hey, take this U.S. dollar. We give it value. It's backed by, I guess, basically the end of a gun. At the end of the day, there's no intrinsic value to it more than if we don't take it, the U.S. can come in and take over our country. That's a value proposition of the U.S. dollar. There's nothing about it. We print and print and print. How many trillions of dollars in the world? I'm just fascinating. I'm fascinated by the fact we've got so much money tied up in the. We talked about the Big Short, the Fugazi, just this helicopter money. We don't even. No one can even estimate how many trillions of dollars are in the world right now, and how is it not losing value, or why don't we see it faster? There should be such a drop right now, and I don't see it happening yet.
You don't see it happening in which part?
Oh, and
What don't you see? What don't you see losing value?
No. That we're still able. Listen, prices should be rampant right now. There should be hyperinflation with what we have printed in the world. Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's different measures of inflation. There is the consumer
Yeah.
consumer
Yeah.
prices, where they
Yep.
haven't changed a lot yet. That's the end game. What we do have is we have asset inflation,
Yep.
significantly asset
Yep.
inflation, and that happens
Yep.
immediately when the printing press goes brrr. And we have
Oh.
seen companies
Oh.
brrr, we have seen companies that are performing poorly due to COVID, but because of money printer go brrr, they go up in stock price, because that is inflation of the assets, because fiat currency is being printed. You ask me, or you ask in
Yeah.
general, what is money? We're talking about money. Well, I'd love to answer that question, because for me to properly understand Bitcoin, I first went down a significant rabbit hole on money, because I was trying to get my head around, what is it? I felt that's important to get why Bitcoin is even relevant and why Bitcoin is money. And I actually, so I was taught what money is by listening to a gold bug, Mark Maloney, because if nothing else, he had studied money and defined money and helped me understand what money is, and also why then Bitcoin is the better money and the best the world has ever seen. So money, first of all, it has to be scarce. If it's not scarce, you can't have value. We spoke about that earlier here. Oxygen is the most valuable thing for us, but it doesn't have a monetary premium because it's unlimited. It's not unlimited, but it's like not even, it's not scarce. All of us can breathe the air. You're the poorest person in the world, and you can breathe air for free. So what money is, first of all, it has to be scarce. And then there's 4 properties on money, that money commodities, different physical goods throughout the history of mankind has been competing on. So whatever commodity performs best as a package has become the chosen money of the world. It's portability, durability, divisibility, and fungibility. The last one, like being privacy, basically. And that is money. Now, if we look at Bitcoin and seeing, but how does that perform to like gold? How does it perform to fiat currency? Well, first of all, fiat currency is not scarce, so it's out of the game. Portability. Bitcoin is infinite portable. You can walk through customs with $100 million just in your brain. There's no metal detector going off. They can't open your briefcase and find, lots of US currency notes. So it is so portable with such a high degree of safety, as well as you can transfer it across continents instantly. You just have to wait for the confirmations, but you can pay your vendor in China, or, your contractor producing whatever goods and service you want to sell here in US instantly, more or less. You can't do that with gold. So it's just, Bitcoin is infinite portable. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. It's infinite durable. Just don't throw away your keys. Don't forget your password, basically. But it's infinite durable. There's no wear and tear like there's in gold, right? Maximum infinite value. Maximum infinite value. Amazing money commodity, Bitcoin. Then there is divisibility. There's nothing more divisible than Bitcoin. Sure, there's other things that are as divisible, but Bitcoin is infinite maximum divisible, because we have 100 million Satoshis on each Bitcoin. Further, with a soft fork, we can add further zeros to that once sats become the new Bitcoin, and we want to introduce subsats. Uh, the only thing Bitcoin doesn't have going for it as a maximum infinite value is fungibility, privacy. But there's being worked on that with Taproot, Schnorr, Lightning Network. All of these things basically let you use Bitcoin without exposing everything you ever did. So that is coming. Furthermore, because Bitcoin is a decentralized digital asset, unlike other money or commodity, basically, because it's decentralized and digital, it's introduced 2 new fantastic properties to money, well, to Bitcoin, which is then as money, introducing it to money. And that is the fact that you have permissionless value transfer. No, you don't need approval from the US government to send money to, for instance, WikiLeaks. No one else can do that but Bitcoin. I mean, as money. And so that is, it's permissionless, which is a huge deal. It makes your money and not your borrowed money. You need permission from someone else. It's with the bank. They have an IOU to you, but it's actually, they're holding it, like legally it's their asset. And then the last thing is it's unconfiscatable. And I know you're big on unconfiscatable. When I first spoke to you, the first 6 months, the only thing you kept telling me and hammering into my head was the fact that it's the first time ever the world has seen an unconfiscatable asset. On that note, I spoke enough. That was my take on what money is, and I got to give it back to you, because the crowd is the toxic army is missing to hear it from Puppy. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, man. No, yeah. So I don't know if that's a feature of money being unconfiscatable, because it never has been. Money for our entire history has always been confiscatable. One thing you talked about was fungibility. But at the end of the day, hey, one Bitcoin's one Bitcoin, isn't it? One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin.
Well, not completely. If you have a Bitcoin that is coin joined, you may see some exchanges under pressure from US government say, so we don't accept that because there may be some illegal activity behind it. So that fungibility means one unit equals another unit. But if you have one straight from the miner being worth more than the coin join one, is so that there's an issue with fungibility. Quickly, I just want to push back on the fact that you're saying unconfiscatable is nothing to do with money. So what I was saying was that Bitcoin has introduced that as a new property to money.
Again, it's money plus in a way. It's money, and then by the way, we have this other feature.
Yeah.
And so the fungibility thing, yes, I guess you can get down to a technical part of what's coin joined or not, but at the end of the day, Bitcoin's one Bitcoin. It always be valued. Well, it should always be valued the same way. So yeah, point taken. Technically, you are correct. What's going to be interesting is this next bull run, the retracement is going to be what? What do you say? Over 50%, Mr. Bear?
That was the bet that I made. Since then, I have been served with new information that makes me think that I'll probably lose the bet to Greg. Yours, I have a little bit of better chance on because you came out with a strong bull. I'll give you that. You came strong bullish. Bullish for a guy like you.
Within a week of that bet, I said 50%. Hell, it won't even retrace 40%. So you're between 40 and 50% retracement right now. Is this correct?
I'm saying there's a better chance that I win the bet with you, but honestly, more and more things point to the fact that what I expected to be a bear market, I now consider a correction, a strong correction, but I don't know how big. So it could be a 40% correction. It could be a 51% correction in which I'll win my bets, but it may not be. It may be a 25% correction, and then we go full hyper Bitcoinization.
Well, hey, I'm just asking what your thought was. You say you don't know. I'm telling you, it won't be more than 40%. That's why I made the bet, my friend.
I know. And
hey, what would you bet for? What do you think of about a 20% correction? Less than 20. What is escape?
You got to cut it somewhere. We got to cut it at 20, right?
So what's escape? No, what's escape velocity for you? Like to me, if it drops only 10% or 20% and then keeps going, that's escape velocity in a way. Because it's outpaced every retracement we've seen.
This is a great question from you, Pubby. I love this one. Once again, you bring it. It's why I love you. So when I give you a banner, people know, hopefully, otherwise I'm sharing now. It is only because you're my guy. We're just having fun. You poke fun at the people that you love. So that's a great question. What is the definition of escape velocity? Because you could say that in 2010, Bitcoin has escape velocity. If you accept that 95% correction, it still means we're going to infinity. Because Bitcoin from day one has been going towards infinity, right? So, ever since it got priced. So definition of escape velocity, I mean, escape velocity probably means, we could say that there will never again become a 20% correction. That might be like small bumps, like 5%, 8%, but we're just hitting that way and we're going there fast. There's no prolonged bear market. There's no bear. I would say if there's a bear market, so that's another way of looking at it. for how many days or months will Bitcoin be below a price it's already been at? And I would say that escape velocity is probably that there will never be more than 1 week or 10 days or 1 month. So these are the things we got to nail down where Bitcoin is below a previous price. And so we could define it by time. We can define it by, is it a 20% correction? So I hear you wanted to take on another bet about the 20% correction, if there will be a 20% correction or not. I'm
Oh,
down.
wait. Oh, wait. Oh, Mr. Bear's down for another bet. That's just going to be 20. Listen, if we decide that 20% retracement is actually part of escape velocity, how in the world can I make that bet? That's part of winning.
Okay, so that's the question I want to ask you. What is your definition of escape velocity? Does it mean that Bitcoin won't be below a price it's already achieved for 30 days? Will it mean
No.
that there's not a 20% correction? Does it mean that there's not a 10% correction? Like, what is escape velocity definition? We need to define that, maybe.
We are already in escape velocity is what I'm trying to say. I want you in your mind to put this chart down. 2009, Bitcoin 0. Okay? I want on one part of the chart you have years. The other part of the chart you have price. And I want you to avoid all those ups and downs. I want you to go to that XY part at 0, 0. I want you to put one dot. Put a dot there. I want you to put another point at today's price. And I want you to draw a fucking line between the two. This is escape velocity. This is something out of nowhere that has gone from 0 to almost $20,000. Bitcoin's been escape velocity from the beginning.
I agree.
There we go. Thank you.
No, that's what I just said. Look, but then again, if we say that Bitcoin has been,
I agree, but then again, here we go.
yeah, no, yeah, but then again, and hear me out. So we agree that since Bitcoin was launched, it was doomed to take over as money of the world. So we can define, look, escape velocity was day one. It was Genesis block, first block on the blockchain. We could totally agree to that. But then again, there's no, then it's not interesting to discuss escape velocity because it was always there, right? So let's talk, the way it's been spoken about in the Bitcoin community, Preston Pish, etc., is at which extent don't we have another bear market? If we have a bear market,
right? I agreed.
You follow me?
Yeah. Look, it's part of that tongue in cheek, but listen, at this one, it's game over. If you think, like we talked about earlier, daily, you see how many hundreds of millions of dollars coming in already. All right, we're within not even 8 months of the halving. If you think you saw money now, wait until this takes off and the store value narrative takes effect and no one's selling. It's rocket fuel, baby. It is rocket fuel. Preston Pish has my back on this. Guarantee it. He's as bullish. Jeff Booth, I think, same page. Yeah, there's nowhere else to go.
Jeff Booth didn't give a timeline. He said there's 100% probability that Bitcoin will win, to become the biggest money. But Preston Pish is talking about this bull run.
Yep, I agree.
And that's why I'm asking you.
Yep.
You get to define right now. I'm giving you the chance to define what is escape velocity. And I'm not talking about since Genesis block. Come on, be real.
Okay, so escape velocity truly is when you're trying to price Bitcoin in dollars, it doesn't add up to really pricing it in purchasing power. There's that fine line. At the end of the day, people can say $500,000. It's a made-up U.S. dollar value that doesn't exist anymore. Okay, when it transitions from being priced in dollars to being priced in purchasing power, that's escape velocity to me.
Say that again. Let me hear that.
All right, look. There will be a transition.
Yeah.
From Bitcoin, the way we view Bitcoin as priced in US dollars, 100,000, 200, 500,000. I think even before you get to what you would call $1 million, what the hell is $1 million? It's worth nothing. What you're looking more than is Bitcoin as far as what it can purchase, the purchasing power, the power of deflation. You see, that's the escape velocity. The escape velocity to me is that transition from being pegged or being called out as being valued in US dollars, which are being inflated and has no value, to actual purchasing power in goods and services. That's
Okay,
the
but
escape.
so you're saying the
You,
escape velocity is that it's being used as a medium of exchange? Oh, sorry, a unit of account. Is that what you're saying? That
no,
escape velocity is people using Bitcoin as unit of account. Is that what you're saying?
no, not even. They will. Bitcoin
Define
will.
it with price development, because if we say that at
No,
2017 we were not at escape velocity because we had a 12 months bear market, how small does the bear market and price correction have to be for us to have escape velocity?
no. What I'm trying to say is escape velocity isn't so much of how you value it in a fiat currency. A fiat currency which is being just pumped, and pumped out of the universe. Okay, we just added what into the M1 system, money system. We've added 64% of dollars this year, and you're going to try to value Bitcoin in this.
Well, look, it's being valued. Bitcoin is being valued in dollars every single second since 2000. Well, since 2009, just
Yeah,
in the beginning it was zero. So I'll push back a little bit on that. I can't believe I pushed back on Mark Moss. So I'll probably never, he's never going to want to see me again. No, I'm kidding, because
okay.
smart people like him, I think enjoys to be challenged. But look, in 2017, Bitcoin reached $19,666 on Bitstamp,
Yep.
which by many is considered like the official, most legitimate
Yep.
price index for Bitcoin. Then there was a 12-month bear market until we reached
Yep.
the bottom, exactly 12 months exactly. So you can't say that in 2017, even though there was QE, Bitcoin was escape velocity. You can't be at escape velocity if you have a 12 months bear market. I mean, what the hell? So I'm asking you.
Okay. Andrew, can I put it to you this way? Do you have a chart of the US dollar versus Bitcoin?
Mm-hmm.
Can you bring it up? The US dollar versus Bitcoin.
Sure. You know what?
In
I
price.
have that. That is one of the few tabs that are open on my computer. And let me just let it load.
Okay.
Um, let's load the rocket here, baby. All right. So you know what? Let
Go
me
ahead.
share it right now, and then I'll work on it, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about it as. Oh my God, we're 19,500. This could be the final run to 20,000. Let's discuss that as well.
Hey.
So let me just let's put this baby in the spotlight, and you and I can talk about it at the same time. Let me just adjust.
Yep.
Let me just adjust. Everyone can see I'm being cheap because I have ads on
So
TradeView. Uh,
yeah. So explain
Go
this
ahead.
chart again. No. I'm curious. So I want to see a
Okay,
chart of the US dollar versus Bitcoin.
that's what you're seeing, baby. Um,
So this is the dollar was going up against Bitcoin at that point in the beginning.
no,
Okay.
uh,
Well,
this
we're
is the
watching.
price.
This
This
is
is the
Bitcoin
price.
versus.
Yeah, it's Bitcoin priced in dollar.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So can I refine my argument for a minute? This is called fucking escape velocity. Look at the chart. You get it?
Look, bro, as I say, I agree with you. Since the Genesis block, because a commodity entered the world that was superior on the trades, the properties of money, Bitcoin was at escape velocity since, was it the 3rd or 4th of January? Kill me for not remembering the exact date. So Bitcoin was, we can say that, but then how fun is the conversation? Because I will say, look, if we had bear markets from, you see the two lines I've drawn, and I have this FOMO blow off top label. So after each of them, we had bear markets of 12 months or more. The first one was more. The second one after that second top was exactly 12 months. So we can say Bitcoin was at escape velocity from January 2009. So let's define it. I think that's, then we don't have an interesting conversation. I think what's interesting is to say, when did Bitcoin have a bull run where we will have no more bear markets? That is the escape velocity. When there's not a freaking 12 months bear market, man. Come on.
No, in 2021. 2021.
So, but no, what's your definition, baby?
Oh, here's my definition. It's not coming back. So it'll go up. It'll hit your 100,000, 200,000. Plan B, I think, would be vindicated at 288,000. And at that point, I think he goes dark, and people owe him a beer. Looking at you. Hey, Corey, you in the chat? Because I think Corey would be buying him a beer. That's it. That's it, man. This next year is 2021 is the year of Bitcoin. There you go.
Look, absolutely, and I think that's what we.
Don't be such a bear.
No, dude. I'm not being a bear. I've been calling infinity since when I came across Bitcoin and understood it. So I know. We're just having banter here, but
I know.
So wait, let me take this. Let me take that one away again, so we can go back to the chart.
Yeah.
Do we agree that Bitcoin will reach hundreds of thousands of dollars in 2021? Yes, we absolutely do. But if let's say there's a bear market where Bitcoin crashes from 288 or $300,000, it goes all the way down to 100,000. Are you going to tell me that we're at escape velocity now if there's going to be a bear market?
To me, it's all escape velocity.
All right. I mean,
no. Listen, I'll talk. Listen, I've already taken the retracement bet with you. I already gave you 40%. Greg has weak hands. He made it a 50% bet. I said, hell, 50%. I'll do better. We'll make it 40%. Won't happen. 40% will not happen because it's too far gone. It's too far gone.
I like your definition of escape velocity, that you want to place it on the bet and say that there won't be a 40% correction. I mean, I may change my view. I need to think about it a little bit more because I like to think long about things, and that means I don't necessarily have a statement right here now, but I believe I get way more things right because I almost overthink things. But right now I find it, let Poppy be the guy that defined escape velocity by his bet, by the 40%.
Let me ask you a question, man. I'm the one telling you that this is the one that doesn't come back. Okay, I'm the one telling you right now. Your belief is you have one bet that it retraces 50%. You have another bet with me, it retraces 40%. Correct?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Believe what?
Do you believe in your bet?
Not as much as I did when I
Okay,
entered the bet.
when you entered the bet, you believed it then. So my point is this: when you get to that point, would you sell? Would you sell most of your Bitcoin because you know it's going to drop 40 or 50%? And but oh, what?
Absolutely not.
Why?
I will not, and I
Why?
will not. I have never said I would sell the
I'm
majority of my Bitcoin. I
I'm
have
asking.
trade on on
I'm asking.
the I have a trade slash investment, whatever you want to call speculation, of a small amount of what I
No.
have. Let's say 10%, which is a small amount of a small amount
Yeah.
on the halving cycle. That 10% of the halving cycle, the original plan, yes, was to sell
Yep.
everything because I was so confident that we're crashing. Um, but um, but but now I am not going to sell all of that 10% because I start to agree with you, and I'm
But,
happy to say that I
thank you.
start to agree with you. So of that 10%, I'm only gonna. Right now I think there's no way I'll sell more than 2 to 3% of my total, which would be
Mm.
then 20 to 30% of this trade I have on it.
Yeah.
Like so, basically, right now I don't think I will throw in more than 2%. And then you know what? People can call me a trader and hate on me for that. But everyone I've spoken to in Bitcoin land says I'm gonna take some profits at 200,000. I'm gonna take some profits at 400,000 because then I can pay off some debt. I am no different. The difference between me and those bears is that they're gonna throw that into paying off debt or whatever. I will have it as dry powder on the sideline going
Oh,
all back in. So what we're talking about is I will be going from like 110% all in to 108% all in, and then I'm going back at 110%. While you guys all have it as a percentage of your allocation. You have some of your savings in Bitcoin.
hey, I'm glad you told us the difference between you and the other bears out there. All you bears are the same. It's okay. I welcome you back with open arms, my friend. Yeah, listen, I'll never sell. So I know you had to refine your argument. I won't sell ever. I will leverage. I will hold it and leverage. Anyway, hey, listen, I got to cut out here, brother. Getting late.
Oh,
Yeah, hey, we just did like a back to back show, but
I
it's
know.
yeah, it's time here. But
Ah, damn.
hey, no, good, Mark. Apologies for the technical difficulties on my end earlier. I'm sure we'll
And
have
my
them
end.
back. Yeah, we're good. We're good. And yeah, can't wait for next week.
Me neither. So while we're at it, Puppy, PUBLORD.HODL in all caps, can we talk about when we potentially have, we haven't any other toxic happy hour lined up this week, but I have spoken to a couple of people but we haven't put any timelines on it. You've spoken to a couple of people. You tell me, when can you do more toxic happy hours this week? I'll plot it in my calendar, and you're my first priority because I love you, puppy. You know that.
Oh, brother, I know. Yeah, let's see, Wednesday here. Let me get back to you. It's a bit crazy at work. You know, especially with the COVID-19 stuff going on, man. I got a team that half of them are telework, some are present for duty, that kind of thing. So I'll talk to you offline about schedules, but especially as we hit the holidays. But looking forward to it, man. We got some great people coming up.
We do, and we have amazing guests coming on.
Yeah,
Look, I've been talking to JW about this week. I've been talking to Camilla about this week, but we got to coordinate when you can. It's all up to you because I'm ready to go
yeah,
24/5, Monday to Friday. You let me
yep.
know, and then we'll let people know on Twitter.
Sounds good, brother. Let's do it.
All right. So on that note, let's let that be the final words. Unfortunately, because I love doing this, but I respect everything. Time wise. On that note, don't store more value in fiat currency than you can afford to lose. It's a built-in policy. They do want to kill your savings in fiat currency. Dude, it's even in the facts. Like, it's in the data. It's historic. US dollar has lost 97% approximate purchasing power since the Fed was created. The cancer was created in 1913. So I'll give you the final word to you, Puppy. I'm out. Let's hear it from you. Anything you want to say, and then that's it.
Oh, no final words. I would just say 3 years on. It's funny. You start at the top. We're back. Go through the valley of death, and here we are. We're back to the top again, and I'm ready to just start over. Here we go. I stack to the bottom. I stack back up, and here comes the pandemic. The printing has changed everything, and we're trying to fit some 300-pound woman that jumps off a high dive into, to me, a shot glass. This is what we're doing with money. Bitcoin's a shot glass is just going to try to take up all the world value. We're on our way.
Agreed. Totally agreed. The best outros come from Puppy. He brings it. And I gotta say, yes, you have been a true soldier, getting it at 17,600, not being a scared Ralph Paul, but being a guy that continues to stack as his initial investment is slapping you in the face. And I was honestly so happy when we crossed that initial price point from you again, that everything you did, all your stacks, including that in the insane stack, well, price-wise early on, that you're all in the green. Puppy, cheers to you, and all out.
Cheers, brother. And we're
Cheers.
Cheers.